Hi, it's Andriy and welcome to the last episode of Flutter Flame Workshop. So check out the previous episodes, here's the link, and today we're going to complete last two actions. Just to remind you, this is how our game looks. And now we're going to implement collisions. So I already added the mixin has collision detection, here it is. And this is important to add it to the game class. And now we're going to add collision callbacks to our player component, because player should collide with our rockets, and now we're going to implement collision callbacks. So yeah, writing the collision callbacks, of course, again import issue, and here we just need to write flame collisions.tart. So let's check the original interface, what is inside. There are some useful functions like is colliding, also on collision and on collision start and on collision end. In our case we need only on collision start, so I'll just copy paste it to make it faster. So don't hesitate to copy paste code from original classes, it was written by smart people. Yeah, see, now we saved some time. Of course we don't need this annotation and this original code, so we can basically just add super on collision start. So don't forget to add comma. Okay, so here important component is other position component. Other is the component which we are colliding with. So here we can check if other is, so we can basically check the type is evil rocket component. Then we have to, yeah, let's just check how it works. So I would just remove other, not other, yeah, I will just remove it from parent. So after the collision with player, we're removing our evil rocket from the game. Let's see if it works. Okay, our rockets are flying. Okay, nothing is happening. Why? Yeah, I think we forgot something. So what we need to do here, we also need to do special hitbox. So we use just add function and we add rectangle hitbox. So this is the hitbox which is responsible for handling collisions. So our player component could have more. Let's start it. Let's just check if it works. Okay, yeah, you see that rockets are getting removed from the game after colliding to the player. So, but as you saw, it looks a bit weird because evil rocket is hitting empty space and getting removed. So let's try to avoid that. Okay, here it looks good, more or less good. Okay, our rocket is able to fly underneath, but above it looks a bit weird as well. So let's just try to change the setup a bit. Yeah. Okay. So you see that it looks much better. You can basically add many rectangle hitboxes and handle collisions differently. For instance, if the evil rocket shuts the propeller, it's like bigger damage. If it shuts the pilot, it's less damage, and stuff like that. So yeah, I think now we're going to implement some lives. So let's add lives variable. It's gonna be int, and I would set it to 5. Of course it should be private, don't forget about the visibility. And as soon as we're colliding with evil rocket component, we can reduce our lives. So, no, it's the wrong one. Just let's do minus minus. Yeah, minus minus. Okay. And as soon as our lives are equal to 0, so we can write it, if lives is equal to 0, we can remove our player from the game. So here we just execute remove from parent function. Yeah, now let's check how it works. Yeah, everything is good. Yeah. Restarted, and let's count lives. So it's 1, it's 2, it's 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, you see that player is getting removed. So this means that our logic basically works. Well, everything is straightforward, as you can see, and now we're going to make it more beautiful. We already implemented player animation, but we can add many animations to our sprite animation component. And the next animation is going to be explosion animation. As soon as player lost all of the lives, yeah, we can exchange to explosion animation. Let's do it. So we use sprite animation, not equal to nothing, it's just late for now, and we are going to initialize it obviously in onload function, and I will just copy paste an initialization for plain sprite here, but I will just exchange some parameters. Yeah, let's copy paste it. There should be I think purple explosion, purple explosion. Okay, let's exchange some numbers. There are 4 images in this animation, and let's change the size. Yeah. Okay, let's exchange our animation now. So as soon as we have 0 lives, we can replace our animation. Animation, I just want to remind you, is a class field of sprite animation component, and we can anytime replace it with other animation, something like this. Yeah. Well, looks cool, and let's restart and let's see how this thing works. I will change lives to 1 just to make testing faster. Okay, something is wrong. Yeah, exception occurred. Unable to load asset. Yeah, I think there is a typo somewhere. Let me check. So obviously some silly error. Yeah, it should be explosion. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, we fly, and yeah, basically no explosion. So here I explain why. So explosion animation takes some time, and it cannot be played because the component is already removed. So that's why we are going to add delayed future here. So we need to give animation a time to play, and only after this duration, which is going to be, I would say 500 milliseconds is more than enough, and after this, only after this 500 milliseconds, we can basically remove our player component from the game. So we have here a function, and we just replace copy paste remove from parent inside this callback. Yeah, now let's see how it works. Okay, let's receive some damage, and you can see nice beautiful explosion animation. Well, we have first type of collisions in our game, and we need to implement the second one. So the second is the collision between Evil Rocket and the bullets. I already added the collision callbacks mixing into Evil Rocket component, and now we basically have to do the same as for player component. So we copy paste collision start function to the evil rocket, and yeah, just get rid of this code as we don't really need it. And yeah, here the same way we have to check if other component, which is the component we're colliding with, is a bullet component. Yeah, if yes, we are going to remove our evil rocket from parent. That's basically it. So yeah, you can always also implement some lives for your evil rocket, so the business logic is up to you. Now as soon as we implemented on collision stars for evil rocket, we need to do the same for the bullet component, because if bullet is colliding with evil rocket, it has to be removed because it cannot fly further. Of course, you can implement something like deflection, but yeah, here we need the same collision callbacks on collision start and add this import collisions. Here we just need to exchange bullet component to evil rocket component, so it's basically other way around. And yeah, evil rocket component. We also have to add hitbox here. So it's basically just two actions, implementing on collision start and adding the hitbox. Okay, let's try to start. And now we are going to shoot. Yeah, we're shooting, and as you can see, our evil rockets are getting removed. So here I wouldn't fix the hitbox for evil rocket because, to be quite honest, my resource which I created myself is kind of bad. I think it has too much white spaces. That's why when you you see that player removal still works, and our game, I would say, is finished, at least from the colliding perspective. So we handled collisions successfully. Now what is left? We should handle lives. We already have lives for player. Let's revert to not to 5, maybe to 3, and yeah, live part is implemented, and now we need to add some scoring to the game. I will introduce the variable called score, which is 0 int, and we increase the score every time we successfully shoot evil rocket. So we need to go to evilrocket.dart, and as soon as we have a collision between evil rocket and bullet, we have to increment our score. So we have a game reference, score, and do just plus plus. So our score is getting incremented. Okay, but now we also need a place or some sort of component where we should show the final score. So I'm going to show final score in the end of the game, not during the game. Of course, you can also add some during the game component, but just for simplicity, I will add component to the game. But first, we need to create separate function. Oh, function start. Sorry, I just get used to Kotlin a bit. Yeah, we have to start game, and we just copy paste all initialization part from onload to start game. I will show later why we need it. And we also need a finish game. If we have start game, we have a finish game function, which is responsible for logic when our game is finished. Game is finished when our player is getting hit, and this is the game over scenario. So after our player is getting hit, we can remove all components. This would be the first part. Game has children field, and we can just remove all children. This is pretty handy function, and we will use it. And now we also need to add another component, the end of the game component. I would call it like this. And it will be just a text component. There is one actually, which is also pretty handy. It looks similar to text in Flutter. So what do we have inside the text component? Oh no, again imports. Yeah, for that one we need import flame, I think components, yes. Yeah, now it's visible. Okay, what do we have as a constructor? In constructor we have, let's check, we have text renderer. Okay, we need text. And here I will just add simple string like game over link to your score and link to score variable, something like this. And we have to add restart scenario. So if you want to restart, yeah, let's start from the new line. If you want to restart, we just have to press R button. So let's write press R to restart. Okay, and let's do some styling. So before styling we need to specify the position. I would do it in the middle of the screen. It's the same as we did for player. So game, we already have game, so size divide by 2, which is the center, and text renderer for some styling. Here we need a text paint, and cool thing is that text paint is taking the text style which you know already from Flutter. It's pretty straightforward. We just specify the color, which is going to be white, and let's change the text size. Let's make it 50. I don't know. Formatting code. Okay. Add some commas. Again, formatting the code. Yeah. Well, I mentioned restart, so we have to handle another click. So case logical keyboard key. I think it's key. No, it's not R. It's just key R. Yeah. Hope this is the right one. And here we just need to execute start game function. Okay, this looks good. What's missing? Yeah, in start game it's not only start, it's just restart, and we need to make score 0 back to 0 just to not increase it again. Yeah, we restarted the score. Well, yeah, the code looks good to me. Also, we need to remove the the previous components, which is going to be a text component, and like restart the whole initialization flow as well. Okay, now we have this finish game function, which is never called, and the question is, when are we going to call this function? Yeah, it's easy. So we have to call it in case our player is getting killed, and we have it here. When the lives are 0, we can do game, finish game. So be sure that we do it in future delayed, so we can still see our nice animation. Okay, let's try this scenario. We're shooting 2, 3. Okay, now we receive damage 1, 2. Oh yeah, we have score 5, but look, there is a bug, so our evil rockets are still flying. But let's try at least to restart. I will press the restart, and yeah, game restarts, which is cool. Yeah, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6. Okay, yeah, that's good. But also the position is not cool, so it's not in the center of the screen. But you know, these flying rockets after the game finished, they look kind of cool, but it's not designed like this. So we have to stop this timer. You remember we implemented the rockets timer using the stream periodic, so we have to stop it somehow. Yeah, for that we would need an object called stream subscription. Let me check some, yeah, okay, documentation, yeah, late stream subscription. Sync, no, not a sync, subscription. I will call it just rocket timer subscription. Okay, just don't do typos. Okay, and this is going to be equal to result of listen function. So listen is basically a subscription. And now when we finish the game, we can use this rocket timer subscription, probably here, whatever, and we can cancel it. So our evil rocket generation will stop at this point. The same, yeah, we have to also change the position of the text component. Yeah, I've changed it to X and Y, and we just move it a bit to the left. Minus 400 should be enough. Okay, let's restart the game. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. Game over, your score is 0. Press R to restart, and restart works as well. So, looks like our game is finished. It's endless game, you can just have a high score. Of course, we never save the score, and yeah. But we can complete our last action point, handle lives, and game over scenario, which is I'm really happy about, and I really enjoy this journey, and I hope you enjoyed it with me, and you find this workshop useful. I will push all of my steps to GitHub. You can check the link below, and I don't know, play with this sample game, or implement something similar, or I don't know, extend it and use it. yeah, whatever you want. So use the Flame. Uh, it's pretty nice engine. Of course, you cannot make GTA 6 with Flame. It's just 2D engine, but for some nice indie games with nice atmosphere, you can use it definitely. So, especially if you have Dart or Flutter knowledge. So happy that you stayed with me. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for this channel to this channel. Hit the like button, write comments. It will help me a lot to receive your feedback, to improve my videos in future. And there will be more workshops, there will be some tricks, shorts. I will finish Android course, I promise. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.